Friday in Denver against the Nuggets. James missing his third straight game due to a groin injury. Doncic out managing his calf injury in addition to an ankle sprain. You see, haven't had much success against Denver. Austin Reeves to Bronny James for 3. Lakers up 8. Next Lakers possession, it's Reeves. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists in the first quarter. Since 2000, only 3 Lakers have done that in any quarter. Reeves joins LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Ooh, how about that list? Let's go to the fourth quarter. Lakers down 3. Dalton Connect says, I'll take that. And you take this. Connect with 32 points on 13 of 27 shooting. Lakers down 1. Jamal Murray, 5 for 9 from way out there. Puts the Nuggets up 3. Next possession, Christian Brown with a steal. Always fun when Brown gets one, and he looks, I wouldn't jump. Next Lakers possession, Connect. 5 of 13 from 3. Lakers only down 2. So Reeves and Connect keeping the Lakers in it. Just over a minute to go. Lakers down 1. Reeves, he had 37 and 13 assists. Lakers up 1. Next possession, Reeves with a steal. In transition to Connect. And Connect goes down hard. He was okay, and the Lakers were up 3, but could they make it stick? Nikola Jokic, 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Put him on the line, ties the game at 126. Final 10 seconds. Still tied. Murray, he had 26. Denver up 3. Lakers inbounding, 5.6 on the clock, down by 3. And Russell Westbrook says, let's go home. He'll finish it. Nuggets win it 131 to 126. Good effort from the Lakers without their 2 big stars, but they have their first 4-game losing streak of the season. Would have been a big win if they could have gotten it. Tough stretch they're in right now, 6 games in 8 days. They head home for the rest of this span of games, but they play Sunday and Monday, and then Wednesday and Thursday, culminating in matchups against the same teams they face to start this stretch.
To the NFL second game of a brutal 6-game in 8 days stretch. They got no Luka on Friday as they build him back up to 100%. Why are you still confident that this group will be ready to make a run when the postseason begins?
Because, one, J.J. Redick is a hell of a coach. He's done an outstanding job this season. Number 2, we just watched them compete with the Denver Nuggets at a high level without 6 of their rotation guys in the lineup, and including their 2 superstars in LeBron James and Luka. We just saw Austin Reeves and Dalton Connect both go for 30 pieces. And I just think when they're healthy, they're the second best team in the Western Conference. I think outside of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Lakers could beat any other team in the 7-game series because of the elevation of their role players that has been unlocked by J.J. Redick.
Yeah, and especially offensively as his team gels more, man, they're going to be dangerous in the playoffs. The Suns are next for L.A. on Sunday. Hey, Perk, always a pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Seed out west is a half game ahead of the Rockets for that 4 spot. LeBron has only missed 1 game with his injury, but the Lakers have already dropped from 2nd to 4th in the Western Conference in a critical time. Big Perk, tell me this. When we're talking about this Lakers team, how important is home court for them in the playoffs?
It's not that important, Molly, and here's why. Health is more important than the actual seeding for the Los Angeles Lakers. All they want to do is be in the playoffs, whether that's the 2nd seed or the 6th seed. They just want to be in. And when you look at what they're dealing with right now, no LeBron James, who's obviously their best basketball player, no Rui Hachimura right now. Don't know the status on him. Jackson Hayes has been out, for a couple of games now. And Finney Smith is dealing with some injuries. So if you're the Lakers, led by a 40-year-old senior citizen, you want to go into the postseason as healthy as possible, no matter what the seeding is. Now, I will say this. They probably want to fall in that 4 or 5 range. Because if they would bet on themselves, they actually like their chances better against Oklahoma City than they do the Denver Nuggets. I don't. I'm saying what they like. Because, no, listen, I don't, Stephen A., but I'm saying when you look at what they was trying to address and get a big, and you talk about having to do that battle with Jokic, I don't know if you could contain him in that game plan that J.J. Redick has against the Nuggets that he displayed a few weeks ago could be sustainable over a 7-game series. That's all I'm saying. I don't have them pick to beat OKC. I'm just saying that's their preference.
They got the second best home record in basketball at 25-7, if I remember correctly. Not to mention the fact that their defense from, since mid-January has been the best in basketball, even with Jackson Hayes at the center spot since Luka Doncic had arrived and Anthony Davis was traded. So we get that part. I would tell you it's not that big of a deal if Luka Doncic are healthy. I don't think it makes a bit of difference at all, because if there's ever any two players that can go on the road and wreak complete havoc, it's them. We've seen LeBron do it over the course of his career. We've seen Luka do it. We've seen Luka do it to Minnesota last year. We've seen him do it to OKC last year. So I definitely say that. But I don't believe for 1 second that this Lakers team, as smart as they are, want the smoke from Oklahoma City compared to somebody like Denver, even with the greatness of Jokic, because of the absence of depth. When you look at Oklahoma City, it's not just their talent. We got to remember that this Oklahoma City team is different than last year, because the acquisition of Hartenstein at the center spot and Alex Caruso as well has elevated them defensively in every statistical category that matters as it pertains to defense and loose balls and all of this stuff. Oklahoma City is number one. So they have youth, they've got fresh legs, they have depth, they have athleticism, they have size, they play defense, they've got a superstar to score the ball on. It's not the same team. And if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, you know this better than us. And you're looking at them and you're saying, okay, that altitude in Denver might be a bit different, particularly even with a LeBron James who's at age 40, or a Luka Doncic who's never been accused of being in the best shape in the world. Because of that, that might give you cause to pause. But in the end, because of Denver's lack of depth, combined with OKC's youth, I think that you definitely want to do everything you can to avoid the 4 or 5 seed, because you don't want to have to face OKC until you absolutely have to, which would be the Western Conference Finals.
Stephen A., look, I picked OKC in December, picked them in January, February, and now in March to go to the NBA Finals. I'm a believer. You're a believer. But wasn't Brian Windhorst, our guy Wendy, he was on here, yesterday or 2 days ago? Yesterday. And didn't y'all talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder? And didn't he bring up the fact that he's spoken with, front offices around the league and they don't respect this team or not afraid of this team? Didn't he say something along the lines of
He said something along those lines. That he said they respect them, but nobody fears them, and he thinks that they deserve far more respect than they're receiving.
That's a true statement, right? It's a lot of non-believers out there. I'm not one of them. But what I'm telling you is that the Lakers feel like in the second round, if they get past the first round, they'd rather see OKC than the Denver Nuggets. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. But first, they'll try to right the ship.